This is Bobby C. reporting from the world's most famous arena. We begin your look at sports with the New York Rangers, and for the Broadway Blue Shirts, home is where the victories are. After falling behind to the Senators in Ottawa, trailing this series 2-0, the Rangers have bounced back here in the second round, taking the first two games at Madison Square Garden.
It felt like a new series coming back here. We were confident that we can beat this team and beat them 4 games, so we're going the right direction. You look at teams that win the Stanley Cup, they get contributions from all 4 lines, whether it's offensively, penalty killing, physical play. It's got to be some way that you're going to contribute, and it's nice that we've been able to do it on the score sheet lately.
The Rangers have been scoring plenty of goals in bunches, but again, it's still been the play of Henrik Lundqvist, who holds Ottawa to a 4-1 win.
The last 2 games here, even 3 games, we've been playing some really good hockey, doing a lot of good things and scoring some big goals and getting goals from all 4 lines. It's huge for us, and but attention to details, I think, sticks out when you look at these games.
Offensively, Nick Holden got the Rangers going in the first period.
You look around this room and there's a lot of experience, especially in the playoffs, getting deeper in the playoffs. So I don't think there was ever a time early on that we were kind of frustrated or panicking or anything like that. We knew the style of game we needed to play, and right now we're there, and we just need to continue to play that way, and can't take our foot off the gas.
The Rangers dominated the Senators again Thursday night at Madison Square Garden, winning 4-1. The same score as Game 3. Oscar Lindberg scored twice. Nick Holden and Chris Kreider had the other 2 goals. The series is even now, but it certainly doesn't feel that way after the last 2 games. The Eastern Conference semifinal series returns to the ice in Game 5 Saturday night in Ottawa. Game 6 is Tuesday back in New York. In the other series, Pittsburgh leads Washington 3-1 despite losing star Sidney Crosby to a vicious hit. The Pens came out and won Game 4 without him. Surging Nashville leads St. Louis 3-1, and Anaheim and Edmonton are tied 2-2. From the NBA postseason landscape, Golden State leads Utah 2-0 in the West, while Houston and San Antonio are tied 1-1. The Spurs are without playmaker Tony Parker. In the East, Boston has rallied behind Isaiah Thomas, who recently lost his sister in a car crash, to advance in the playoffs and now take a 2-1 series lead against Washington. Cleveland leads the other series 2-0 against Toronto. The NBA draft lottery is coming up, and the NBA draft is next month. Rumors are swirling that if the Knicks stay at that projected 7th slot, they are interested in French point guard Frank Ntilikina. He's 18 years old. The Knicks, of course, still need to figure out what they're doing with Carmelo Anthony, and for that matter, what Melo is doing with the Knicks too. NBPA Executive Director Michelle Roberts told The Vertical that Phil Jackson was desperately trying to shame Anthony with his comments last month. So much drama. In the NFL, Beast Mode will be back. The Raiders acquired Marshawn Lynch's rights from Seattle. The 31-year-old Oakland native is heading home, where he'll also partner with the Raiders for his apparel company to market Beast Mode attire. Hopefully, the stuff is cheaper than Lonzo Ball's $495 kicks that dropped yesterday. Insert shaking my head emoji here. The Jets grabbed tight end Jordan Leggett in the 5th round of the NFL draft. Leggett is another tight end who should play early. The 6'5" rookie has the ideal size to be a red zone threat for Gang Green. Only problem is he may not know which team he's playing for. He accidentally asked fans on social media to Photoshop him in a Patriots jersey. He meant to write Jets jersey. Everyone wants to play for New England. Speaking of the Pats, the Champs are bringing in an indoor football player and former soccer player for a tryout. Josh Gable makes 80-yard field goals. The Pats are going to give the kicker a try. Why not? The Giants are rolling the dice on quarterback Project Davis Webb as the possible future replacement for Eli Manning. I would expect Webb to be the 3rd stringer, which puts a guy like Geno Smith on the hot seat. Several players will be looking over their shoulders this spring and summer after the Giants had a productive draft. On the baseball diamond, the Bronx Bombers have some rookies of their own blooming this spring. Forget Rookie of the Year award, Aaron Judge is going for MVP, garnering comparisons to Derek Jeter and smashing homers on a near nightly basis. Judge is making a case for some serious hardware. We go inside the locker room for more.
Calendar turns over, but the Yankees keep winning series. Just how important has it been to keep winning series and playing so well here at home?
I mean, it's always good to get wins, you know. So that's what you play for. That's you want to play till the end and play for a championship. So we have a really great young team right now. Guys are battling, guys are helping each other out, and we're going in the right direction. That's what we want. We're going to keep this going and keep helping each other, pushing each other in the right direction.
When you have some youth and you know, there's some question marks, you know, I think it's reasonable to ask you know, those questions. But from the inside, you know, the expectations that are here are always to win. And you know, I think we had a lot of confidence in spring training, and obviously we've played well to start the season, and we've weathered, you know, a couple pretty big injuries.
I was just hoping you could talk about your performance tonight and then the bullpen getting an opportunity to basically win this game for the Yankees.
Me and felt good tonight. You know, just trying to repeat my delivery every time I get out there and just hand the ball to Chapman. But I think the big key of the game was Adam Warren. He came in with first and second, no outs. And, you know, he was able to get the next three guys out. I thought that was a huge part of the game there. And, you know, he's probably one of the big reasons we won today.
That's what this team's about, picking each other up. And, you know, sometimes our offense won't have it, and our pitcher will go out there and, you know, put up zeros. But it's just, you never know who's going to step up. And that's the cool thing about this team. You know, at any moment, anybody can step up and do something big for this team.
Judge has 13 home runs and 88 at-bats. In his first 2 years at Fresno State, he had 6 homers and 388 at-bats. The Pinstripers climbed out of a 4-run hole that CC Sabathia put them in during the first inning. They are 17-9 and off to Chicago to face the Cubs today in what should be a really interesting May series. 3 games on tap for the Yanks and Cubbies this weekend with plenty of storylines to tell. Lost in the Judge Mania was Matt Holliday's 300th career home run Wednesday night. Congrats to him. The first-place Yankees had an off day / travel day Thursday, while the Amazons had their road matchup with the Braves in Atlanta postponed due to weather. After losing Monday and Tuesday, the Mets bounced back in a big way Wednesday night. Jose Reyes tied his career high with 5 RBI. New York pounded out 20 hits, and Jacob deGrom managed to hang around long enough to get the win, leading the Mets to a 16-5 rout of the Braves. The Mets host Miami this weekend for 3 games, the start of a 6-game homestand in Flushing. Injured Mets pitcher Noah Syndergaard got a second opinion on his torn lat muscle in Los Angeles. Noah injured his lat muscle in Sunday's 23-5 loss to Washington. Yes, 23-5. He could be out 2 months, but this second opinion sounds much more promising for an earlier return. The Mets need him. The Mets are now tied for second in the National League East. The Kentucky Derby is set for Saturday, May 6th. That's tomorrow. A one-eyed horse, Patch, is among the field. If you were curious, a one-eyed horse winning the Kentucky Derby would be a first. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for 5 reasons why you have to love Aaron Judge on Cinco de Mayo. 1, Aaron Judge can't be stopped. Judge is lighting it up for the Yankees after his home run Wednesday night. He has the most homers in the first 25 games by a rookie in Major League Baseball history. 2, he's not just hitting dingers, folks. Judge had his first career 3-hit game Wednesday. He had a homer and 2 singles. 3, no one hits them harder and further than Aaron. His homer in the 3rd inning was his 6th long ball of 425 feet or more this season. 4, he's Barry Bonds without the steroids. He's homered every 6.54 at-bats. When Barry Bonds set the record with 73 homers in 2001, he homered every 6.52 at-bats. 73 homers for 476 at-bats. All rise, Yankee fans. Judge is going to hit 80 homers. And 5, most importantly for our Bronx faithful, he's one of us. Number 5, he's a homegrown Yankee. Amen. Add in fellow homegrown Yankee Gary Sanchez back from the DL this weekend in Chicago, and the Yankees have a modern-day Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig 1-2 punch. Happy Cinco de Mayo! That's your sports. We'll see you next time.